What is going on, guys? Tyler here. The purpose of this video is twofold. I want to test out the video quality on this older little Panasonic camera that I got the other day at a thrift store. It's an old 2012 or something Panasonic camcorder, and I like the feel of a camcorder. Plus it's got like the light and all that. It looks something like this, if you wanted to know. In fact, it looks exactly like that. Potentially flipped, but the other purpose of this video is lawn equipment. So when we bought our house, the guy gave me this Husqvarna, and while this Husqvarna is a really nice blower, don't get me wrong, I got that for $5. This is a Stihl BR600. Needs a little bit of work. I got it running. It had some stuff wrong with it, such as the freaking the primer bulb was bad. Replaced that. Replaced the fuel lines to the tank. Found out that the fuel lines to the tank were actually flipped, so it would never prime. And I think just the guy before me that had this, it expressed, I don't know what you're gonna do with it, but it's $5. So have fun. And I ordered a carb and just like a general tune-up kit to get this guy up and going, and then at that point I'm going to sell the Husqvarna back there. This is a BT 150 or 150 BT. It's great. I mean, it works nice, but I like the feel of this guy more. For another $5, got this little Stihl BR 200. It's a little guy, basically a handheld leaf blower in a backpack form factor. So it's awesome. I mean, it's 12.5 pounds. It is stupid light. You barely even feel it on your back. This needed nothing. I mean, I got it home, filled it up with, or I didn't even fill it up with fuel. The fuel that was in it, primed it 2 times, cranked on the first pull. Needs a little bit of cleaning. I'm going to get a maintenance kit for it too. I need to put the spark arrestor back in. It is currently out right now because the spark arrestor was fairly clogged up. In fact, here it is right here. So it's pretty clean now, but I don't know. Probably just going to get a new one. So in the interim, got those guys on Saturday. On Sunday, today's Monday, Facebook Marketplace gifted me this for the measly sum of $50, which I felt like was probably not the worst nor best way to use $50, but this was on Marketplace. So he had it for $100, and I was not going to give him $100. Talked him down to $75 on Marketplace on Messenger, and then when I got there, I realized the freaking carburetor was missing and just some other general disrepair items. So got it for $50. It'll pop off on brake clean, so the motor's good. The motor in question here is a Kawasaki, what was it? I forget off the top of my head. FC150V, I want to say. I don't remember that verbatim, but I think that's it. It was absolutely filthy. Still is. Working on getting it cleaned up. It's a cast aluminum deck. Cool things on this guy would be the throttle control, the engine oh man, just letting everything get unseized. We're feeling a lot better so far. I put some oil down the cables yesterday, and yeah, it's feeling a whole heck of a lot better, so that's good. This is a John Deere 14 SB, if I haven't mentioned that already. Yeah, here's a good little bit of overview of it right there. The cool thing about this Kawasaki motor is that it is a pressure lubricated and not just a sling system, so it's a freaking beast. Came with the bagger over there. The bagger's in good shape. Needs some cleaning, but it was real bad. I mean, you can see that's what it was before. That's with a little bit of Dawn and some other whatnot, so it cleaned up real good. The issue, as you guys can see it, this is basically how I got it. It's gonna need fuel lines, no big deal. I've got some of that already. Gonna need a carb, gonna need the 90-degree bracket to take it up to the air box, and made it up to right there. It's gonna need an air filter cover, and the looming question, or the looming issue that we're gonna run into here, I believe, is gonna be this handle, the blade control handle, because this guy's got a clutch. And the motor can actually run while the blade does not run, which is foreign concept to me, but apparently that's a thing. So I'm gonna have to get that squared away, gonna have to get this squared away. It looks like this part with a cable, because it's gonna need a cable too. So it's not the worst news. The worst news doesn't come in until I tell you guys the price of that part. It's about 160 bucks, but my plan here is get this guy going, and I'm going to sell my Ryobi push mower and all that due to some battery issues I've been having. And this guy's 30 years old and it still works. So pulled over nice. At first I thought the compression felt low, but compression feels fine. I looked up the data sheet and it says that the factory compression is 49 psi, so it's basically just a super low compression engine. If anybody's got any information on where I could source some of these parts at, that would be fantastic. It's definitely going to need the self-propelled speed cable. That is in worse for wear condition. Let me turn the light on, even though I'm sure the light's not going to be needed for it. It's not great. The cable tube's cracked, cable's crimped, so not the best. It looks like we did at one point, I don't know if you guys can make that out, have a wasp nest of some sort in there. So all that to say though, I think it's going to turn out to be pretty sweet once it's all got a long ways to go, but I think once we get there it's going to be alright. The deck's in great shape. That's your money right there. I mean, it's 30 years old, and I keep saying 30 years old because there's the manufacturing sticker on it. It's a 1996, so 30 years on the dot. The underside of her looks nice. I don't know about this clutch. I don't know how well the clutch is going to operate. I hope it works because the clutch is going to be about 200 bucks, so I'm hoping we don't run into nothing with that. But underside of the deck looks good. The blade's gonna need to be replaced, or at least sharpened for the time being, but likely just need to replace it. So overall though, I'm really happy with this thing. It's pretty cool. I mean it's stiff as a coffin nail. It's real stout. It's gonna be pretty awesome. I've got that self-propelled, and that's another thing. This is gonna be a real work to replace, I'm afraid. That the speed cable right there. I don't really even know where it goes. Yeah, it goes down there underneath that pulley. So I'm sure that freaking pulley is gonna have to come off, and that's gonna be all sorts of fun. But I bought it knowing that it wasn't gonna be perfect. I mean, obviously I saw it in this shape before I bought it, and still did. So maybe I'm just an idiot. But if I am, be nice. Everything's free on it. The parts move. Put a little bit of WD-40 on the cables and whatnot, and the cables that are in good shape all move good. So, in fact, I haven't even really. It's a little tight right there on that angle, but doesn't look too bad. She's a fixer-upper, but there's no way in hell I could let this thing rot. It's just too cool. I've been, like I said, the 40-volt stuff has been really nice, but those two and those three up there are my working batteries, and those three have failed in the last, well, I'm not counting the 18 volt. Those three 40-volt batteries have failed in the last year or so. So I mean, that's the thing. One of those 6 amp hour 40-volt batteries are like 250 bucks, and the way I look at it, I'm going to have to get one of those sooner or later. And I can probably get this guy just about right for 250 bucks. So currently I've been using the old LTX 1040, which is nice, but sometimes you just need a push mower. Got my dad's Ego back here, which is also a cast deck. That's my Ryobi, which is nice. I mean, it does its job, and my dad's Toro, which is really nice too. That's another thing you just kind of miss when you go over to a electric mower, the blade lift. You know, you get less airspeed, you get less stuff picked up because of that. And I think this thing's going to be awesome. I did a little bit of research, and it seems to me that these guys have a cult-like following, which is pretty cool. So I'm hoping we can get her going. I know it's not really a matter of getting it going, but more so of a matter of saving up and getting all these parts, because I don't want to run myself into the ground. One thing I will also mention, with that carburetor being off, I looked in there. Let me turn the light back on. I looked in there and saw a little bit of corrosion sitting down. Luckily, the intake valve was in the closed position. Probably not going to be able to quite get. Yeah, there we go. Intake valve was closed. I was able to reach in there. So I popped the spark plug and looked at the cylinder bore, and it all looks good. Really hardly any wear whatsoever. So I think she's going to be a runner. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. Oh, you know what I haven't done yet? I haven't looked in the tank. Let's see what we got. Okay, tank looks good. I like that it's got a sight glass on it too, so you can actually tell how much fuel you've got. Oil's alright. I mean, it's old. It's real old. But he said this thing's been sitting for about 10 years, and I believe every year of that. It's rough. I mean, it was covered, luckily, so it wasn't out in the wet. Well, it wasn't directly out in the weather, but it wasn't covered too well. But yeah, so a lot of footage coming on that, hopefully. Hopefully not a lot coming on the BR200 because it seems to just work and it's fantastic. And the carburetor will be here sometime this week for that 600, and we'll see if we can get that guy going on camera too. If anybody local lives, you know, in the Alabama area and is interested in that Husqvarna, let me know. We'll work something out. But yeah, so far so good. I think that's going to be awesome. Thanks, guys. I'll see you all in the next video. We've got these guys down here. It's that time of year where they're starting to come out. I love them. They are a free way to keep flying insects under control. Got one, and that's probably the biggest one up there that I've ever seen in my entire life. Camera does not do it justice, but yeah, you can see she's molted here recently. Absolute unit. They're everywhere, but that thing up there, I mean, there it is compared to a 675 speaker, so absolutely monstrous. They live up there because these are dusk to dawn bulbs that turn on at sunset, and critters are always flying out here, so we got one protecting up top and one protecting a little bit more down low. But yeah, so far so good.